my little nips. Yes, it's Salina EsTitties here with another episode of TIT or QUIT, where we're gonna find who is deserving of the golden boot this season.
TIT or quit the road to the golden boots.
But let me tell you, these last batch of bitches, I don't think are giving golden boot. Well, maybe the Miss Butthole a little bit gives golden boot sometimes. But let's see what we have this week with this week's runway. But first, housekeeping! The segment where I keep you guys up to date with what's going on with the titties and what I'm doing and what I'm up to. So right now, housekeeping, let's see what happened. This past weekend, oh, yeah, I got gonorrhea. I didn't mean to, but you know, shit happens. It's weird because I'm on Doxy Prep too, so I'm like, how did this happen? I took the pills, I'm all good now, we're clean, baby, let's go. In other news, I've been, you know, have a weekly viewing party at Queso Bar in downtown Los Angeles where you can watch Drag Race with me. We had Monet Exchange one week. We had Frankie Grande this coming week to celebrate his music video. He was not able to come last week, so now we're going to celebrate his music video release. Go stream Rhythm of Love. And this Friday at Queso Bar, we're going to watch it together. We're going to enjoy ourselves, watch Drag Race, have a gay old time, and that's the team. You know, I really am cultivating a cute community every Friday night there at Queso Bar. It's been so amazing. And let me tell you, speaking of community, we had the queer teas last week and I lost for best music video. It was so embarrassing and it's so sad. But the thing about the queer teas is like, again, it doesn't matter if you win. It doesn't matter if you lose. It's just a cute thing to be like bragging rights vibes, right? But at the same time, it did make me feel some sort of way because I'm like, why are we not celebrating like the little people? You know what I mean? Like the people who are actually in these streets making stuff happen. Either way, it's not my place to say. It's not my place to go against the man. I'm just saying, I feel like girls are out here in these streets hustling, creating amazing things. And the nomination was an acknowledgement within itself, sure. But I just think like we should be celebrating each other a little more. You know what I mean? And again, like harkening back to last week's episode when I was talking about celebrating like artists' work, like with Gaga's Mayhem album, I think we get to just celebrate each other a little more, right? So let's celebrate the looks of the drag queens of season 17 and this runway challenge, baby. They had the Caputo acting challenge, which I thought was fantastic. I have very low expectations when it came to this season's acting challenges, but I will say this one in particular made me laugh the entire time. It was well written. I think the girls really delivered on all fronts, and it was really, really enjoyable to watch, which I love. I love when a challenge is just like a good time to experience and see like drag excellence almost, you know what I mean? Queer excellence. Hello, queer tea. Like, it's giving that, and it gave that, and I was just very proud of the girls for stepping out to the plate and delivering. And oh my god, Anya, I think killed it in the challenge for sure for me. Fantastic. And Sam Star, I think they were both really, really good. Weren't they the top two? So this week on the runway was black and white ball. I had no idea why, but apparently this Caputo person used to throw black and white balls, and that's the reference there, which I did not realize the entire runway when we were watching it at my viewing party. So let's get into these looks. I asked you guys to vote on my Instagram story, tit or quit. What you think it's a tit, if you like it, or a quit if you think it deserves the golden boot. So let's see what we have. We only have 7 girls left, and I said last week, this season of girls are a season of girls who have the runways down, baby. They are a runway package season of girls. All of them are very, very strong, especially with these last 7 that are left. So let's see how y'all voted. Starting with the top tit of the week, we have Jewel Sparkle with a 95% tit and a 5% quit. 95%, baby, that's really, really good. All right, Miss Jewel Sparkles. Now, I thought this was obviously fantastic. Shout out to Jeffrey Kelly Designs. He made this, and he's so sweet, so kind, and so... he's someone who's always advocating for designers too to get their flowers. So shout out to Jeffrey. This was, I did not know this reference. I feel like maybe I've seen it on Pinterest or something before in the past, like the reference that she had. But I thought it was very curious to me that they decided to show you the sketch design during the runway. Like usually they won't lean into the girls' justifications, but for this they did for her, which I was like, oh, noted, interesting. I'm not saying rigor mortis or nothing, but I was just like, that was nice for them to include that so that we can see the reference. But at the end of the day, I don't even think this needed a reference. I just think it was a cool look regardless. I love the little purse with the tail. It's a cat on her head, and the whole outfit was just so beautifully gorgeous. Black and white. We got that. When I think black and white, I always think Gottmik, of course. Someone posted that the season 12 finale, was that Simone's season? season 13? The season 13 finale, when Rose, Candy, Muse, Gottmik, and Simone all had the black and white ball. They were like, this is the last time we saw black and white ball. I was like, oh yes! And they all did it so fabulously. Like, they all looked, Simone's like hood rat gown, hello, loved it. Gottmik's pin face, loved it, gorgeous. Yeah, so good. So good. Jules, I don't think you're getting a golden boot this week. Applaud to Jules. I wish she could have, oh, she didn't do good in the challenge, huh? Dios mío, should she have been in the bottom? Y'all, I think people were saying that Jules should have been in the bottom instead, but it is what it is, Santa. We're not gonna fight. We're not gonna fight RuPaul. So let's, ooh, excuse me. So you guys, I just had a cucumber. It was so good. It was so good. And I don't like pickles, but I like a cucumber, bitch. I put limon, I put some like tahini on it. Bitch, it was delicious, and I am living for the crunch and the juice. Delicioso. So good. Anyways, okay, move, because you know, I'm trying to work on my body right now. Like, so I am going to the gym. I was doing this workout with this trainer guy, but I wasn't following his diet. So this week I'm committing to following his diet, and I'm telling you, by pride, I want to be like, I want to betray the house down, bitch. That is my goal. So y'all be watching me. Salina go get some muscles, bitch, and don't be mad at it. All right, so that's why I'm eating cucumbers, bitch, in line, because I'm trying to be healthy. Anyways, move on to the next girl. We have Sam Star with a 90% tit and a 10% quit. Now, 90% is good, bitch. Still A minus work. I thought she looked fantastical. There's always this thing with black and white, and like, there's this designer, I think Jeffrey Kelly made this as well. Shout out to Jeffrey Kelly Designs, 2 in a row, same runway. That's not easy either, because when girls be like, that's interesting too, because when girls getting ready for Drag Race, everyone's using the same designers, but a lot of the times the designers are creating for different runway categories, not the same one in a row. Jeffrey has 2 designs on the same category, on the same runway, the same time. Like, that is kind of sickening, but also 2 very different looks. But also, you can still kind of see Jeffrey Kelly in his design in both the looks as well. Very drag over the top gown vibes. Like, what's interesting too is what I was gonna say is there's this designer, her name's Pinstripe, Pinwheel or something like that. They do this thing a lot where they will take different patterns like a stripe and a checkerboard and diamonds and put them all together in a black and white moment. I've seen this a lot. So, but the way that this was constructed and the mask with it, the like theater jester vibe, I thought was just very classy, very gorgeous. It gives very circus to me, which I live. And Sam just is always so beautiful and perfect. She's like an Alyssa Edwards, a Trinity, obviously. Like, she is gonna be in the realm of those like perfectly drag queens who are just so good at what they do. That's Sam Star, period. Could that ever be me? I don't know, girl. This looks expensive. Maybe I'm just a little too ghetto for that. I don't know. We'll see. Moving on, we have Lydia Butthole with an 80% tit and a 20% quit. Wow, Miss Lydia proving us wrong with the golden boot allegations. Let me tell you. So now Miss Lydia, she had like this fur with the hound's, is it houndstooth? It's not even houndstooth. It's just like a triangle pattern shape. You know what these patterns remind me of? Do you guys remember? Now, I grew up, I'm a 90s baby, and when I was in middle school, it was like early 2000s, and we would have to take like computer design class was one of my classes, and we were using, I forgot what program it is, but you're like, we are literally like creating these shapes and then multiplying it, and that was like our project for the semester. That was like the creative computer arts design class that I took when computers were still brand new. We were still learning, bitch. We had those big ass Apple Macs, like, that was what it was back in the day. What was it called? I forgot what it's called, but it was like computer art. I don't know, but it was just very old, bitch. And like, why are we making patterns in class? But it was given this fabric. The fabric of this, it was reminding me of that. Girl, so I don't know. The zebra print fur, I thought was interesting because like, you could see the inside of the fur on the back and it wasn't lined. And I was like, I don't know, mommy. I just see fur thrown on top of you is what it was giving. But because she's a weirdo, it works for her and we accept it. So, you know, it is what it is. Is it getting a golden boot? I don't think so, but this bitch loves a long arm. Someone else said too, she loves to cover up her hands. If you don't have to wear nails, don't. Girl, she did what she had to do and she got the job done. Well, didn't she go home? Oh, you guys, we'll talk about it. Okay, Susie Toot is up next with a 69% tit and a 31% quit. I feel like this is an Egyptian reference of some sort, and I don't want to knock it because I don't know the reference. But off the bat, it's giving, oh, this is a reference to something back in the day, Susie Toot reference, and I'm not gonna knock it, but I don't care that she was a cat. Like, it's giving that she was like a Sphinx of some sort, or I don't know what, or why would you do cats? Like, I feel like we've seen cats and pussycats so much on this runway. It's like, girl, why do it again? But the outfit I thought was really cool. It's giving very Sunset Boulevard Norma Desmond to me, like old Hollywood lady in this weird gown at a gala of some sort. Like, that's what it was giving to me, and Susie gives that. But maybe the face did take me to a little more modern now vibe. I don't know. Am I justifying it too much? I don't really know. I thought it was cool. Black and white. The idea of making the tassels white against the black, I thought was very effective. It's hard to do black and white too on that runway. You can get washed out easily with the white on that stage with all the lights. So I think this white against the black here, it made such a cool design too. It looked like a peppermint swirl almost when she would walk, and it created the little illusion. There was an illusion happening. You know, we had a checkerboard look on my season that didn't get used, and everyone had a checkerboard look, and a lot of people had black and white checkerboard. And what ended up happening was there's this thing that happens on camera called moire when there's a pattern that's too close together. Like, sometimes like rhinestones like this, they won't let me wear it on camera at Drag Race because it'll moire on camera with all the lights and the camera. It warps itself, so then your outfit is not looking correct. So we're not allowed to wear a lot of that on camera, like for acting challenges and stuff. A lot of girls can't wear stuff that's rhinestone because of the green screen, because it moires on camera. But the checkerboard looks were moiring, so I think that's part of the reason why we never used them, to be quite honest. But again, back to this. Black and white design could moire on camera. I don't know if any of these girls actually did. I think they were big enough. Like, they have to be really big patterns in order for it to read on camera. If they're too small, that's when it starts to moire. But this looked fantastic. Optical illusion vibes is what I was getting at, and I live for it. So, Susie Toot, you're not getting a golden boot for this. Let's move on to the next girl. We have Anya Nerve, 54% tit and a 46% quit. Yeah. I mean, no. I did like that the Bjork swan dress was like on the top of the head instead. Like, that was really cool concept. But there's something about this and then someone said, oh, it's not giving black and white. And I was like, oh, it's gray. It's like a smoky gray. You're right. So I really like, after I heard that, I was like, oh yeah, you're right. I don't think this look was good. I don't think the runway saved her in that case. I think Sam should have won the challenge. Oh, yes, ma'am. I think Sam should have won the challenge. Her runways was fantastic, and her acting challenge was fantastic. Anya's runway wasn't as good, girl. Wasn't as good. So, I don't think Anya should have won, but I feel like they're giving Sam the Lucy LaDuca edit, where it was like, let us not give her the win so she can crack in the workroom and then start getting in her head. You know what I mean? Get her angry a little bit. And I feel like that's where we're headed with Sam's storyline at the moment, is like, where the hell is my win? Should have been mine. She gets very touchy about that when it's not her win. So I feel like they're just leaning into that, because that easily could have went to Sam Star, in my opinion, because this look, I don't think is fantastic. Is it golden boot worthy? Maybe on another season? No, not even. Like, no, this is a fine look. It's fine, but it's not giving golden boot. So let's move on to the next girl. We have Lana Geray with a 49% tit and a 51% quit. Now, I think a lot of people were reading her for this look. I wasn't horribly mad at it, but I wasn't like gagged or like super applauding it. I was just like, okay, work. Like, Lana looks good. Like, I could see her wearing this, you know, at any given Sunday. Like, it was fine. I do like the tights, but maybe I would have liked it more if the whole thing was polka dot. I don't know. I get confused with Lana's aesthetic, but again, if she's a model, then it's like she could wear anything all the time. She doesn't have to have an aesthetic. Models wear everyone's clothes all the time, depending on, you know, what the fashion house is. So if that's the case, Lana could wear anything at any time, and it's like, oh, well, her brand is model. Of course she's wearing something like that. You know what I mean? Because, look, I don't think it's fair that if we get to justify that Lydia Butthole can wear shredded, ruffled, long sleeve things all the time and it's okay, then we're allowed to be like, no, Lana's a model and she can wear whatever the hell she wants, because but is she giving model vibes? Because that's her thing. Then work. You know what I mean? I think there's something there. Maybe I didn't explain it good, but in my head, it makes sense. And she's giving model. The outfit, it's not golden boot worthy to me, and it's not like gag me with the spoon. You know what I mean? So let's move on to the next girl. We have Lexi Love with a 48% tit and a 42% quit. Now, Lexi has the lowest quit of the episode. Isn't that interesting? And before they said it, I didn't even realize that she's been wearing trains this whole time. But also, a friend of mine was like, she's not only doing just trains, she's also just doing pieces of fabric connected to the back. Like, it's not lined, it's hardly hemmed, it's literally a piece, it's like 2 yards of fabric that she's just flowing down the runway. Everyone was reading Lexi for this hair. I was a little confused as well, but like, Mama decided to put on an old drag wig. You know what I mean? That's what it was giving. It's like she's running out of her cute hair. She's saving a cute human hair for later. She's been wearing a lot of human hair. So she's like, let me drag it up. I will say something about Sasha Colby that I love is that bitch is not afraid to put on a wig, to throw on something with no lace, a hard front. Like, Sasha in that way always kind of gives drag to me, and I live for that about her, because like everything else will always be sickening, but Sasha's like, girl, put it in my hair, I don't care. Like, I love that about Sasha. So low-key, like, Lexi doing this was like reminding me of that, but it just didn't work in her favor in this regard. Also, the outfit was just fine, right? Like, I don't know, it was fine. I like the ombre idea. As soon as she came out, I was like, oh, black and white ombre, I like that. But was it effective on the runway? Next to these other girls, I don't think so. I think that the outfit itself just kind of lacked. I think there's something too about Miss Lexi is like, I want to taste some eleganza from her. Like, she always looks gorgeous, obviously, and she always looks like, oh, you know what? We did get some eleganza. Like, the black rhinestone thing that she wore, the chandelier, the Schiaparelli one. Whoo! I know I said Schiaparelli last time. I said something weird last episode. Y'all read me for it. Whatever the fucking name is, y'all know what I'm talking about. But that look of Lexi's was so... I think maybe I'm asking for like more of like a... I don't know why I want to say this, but like a Sam Star vibe on Lexi would be so interesting to see. Like a really grand drag moment. Like maybe a gown eleganza moment. But we've seen that many times. So I don't know why I'm thinking that. I'm thinking now just because the train conversation came up. I'm like, oh, train. Oh, bathing suit. Oh, you know, coochie hair. Like, that's what's coming to mind. But Lexi's given us a lot of versatility, especially the first couple runways. I was like, what is this girl doing? You remember that with the Moon Man and the TV thing? It's like, no, Lexi's been giving us versatility. I'm not gonna be gaslit into thinking she only does trains all the time. Yeah, she does trains a lot, but Miss Lexi promised us, what? Also, Lexi likes to bro out on the runway. She's like, bro, yes. I'm like, Lexi, mama! It is so funny to me because I be like that too, especially in drag, bitch. When I was doing Le Cage au Fall, I would like turn into a bro sometimes with the other castmates, and I'm like, oh girl, what am I doing? So I get it, bitch. I get it. Lexi, that was, I live for you. You are not gonna get a golden boot for this. But again, these girls are bringing the runways this season. It looks amazing. I'm always excited to see what the girls are gonna do. They're always all so different, you know what I mean? And like, we have like a diverse batch of gals, like Susie Toots old ass, Anya Nerve has like a tinge of hood rat in there. Lexi, we never know what we're gonna get. Well, Train apparently now. You guys want to hold on to that story. You know what I mean? Sam Star's always gonna be drag eleganza realness. Jules is always fun, like drag excellence, but also like young pop star vibes to me all out of the time. And then who else is there? Lydia. Oh god, can we talk about Lydia really quick? Here's what I said. Lydia would have won the lip sync had she pulled out the scissors in the beginning. Mama don't know daddy's getting hot, at the body shop, doing something unholy, and then take all her time to sexy cut the entire thing from top to bottom, and then just step out of it and then do the entire second verse. Kim Petra's sexy out of that big ass straight jacket. She would have won. She would have won. I think she brought the scissors out too last minute, and by that time she ran out of time. I will say, during my running up that hill lip sync with Lucy LaDuca, I took my gloves off and had this whole beautiful moment, but it was more towards the end of the song, so that moment got wrapped up really quick, which is why I feel like maybe it didn't get featured as much in the edit. But I will say, when you leave things to the end, you know what I mean, that are storytelling wise, like this scissor moment, bitch, use that as your story the entire lip sync. So I think she could have saved herself. Lana ended up staying, but I think Lydia was winning the lip sync until she brought out those scissors. So here's what we're gonna do. I think let's do it this week. If you're watching this video, go over to my Instagram on Thursday and we're gonna do Golden Chancla. It's time to get into the Golden Chancla. Yes, the Golden Chancla is the award that I created that goes to the girl who has been whooping ass the entire season in the lip syncs. As a person who had to, well, y'all don't really call me a lip sync assassin, but I think I was kind of a lip sync assassin. I had Anitra my season, so y'all kind of, you know, she kind of took the spotlight, you know, of course, as she should. But I lip synced a lot and sent a lot of girls home. So, and I beat Lux. So, but this season has not been giving us a lot of great lip syncs. I don't know if y'all noticed this, but I have not been gagged by the lip syncs by any means. So I'm gonna go through Thursday. I'm gonna post on my Instagram story every lip sync from this season, and you guys are gonna give it a tit or quit if you think whoever the winner is, and we're gonna add up all the winners to see who's in the running for the Golden Chancla so far. Last year, I awarded to Morphine Love Dion. I love that girl so much. She kicked ass in the lip syncs last season, so I gave her her own Golden Chancla. You guys can buy this keychain of a Golden Chancla on my website at stitties.com/shop. Go ahead, go to the link, buy my merch, support these titties. The money goes straight to me so I can continue to be fabulous and beautiful and then elevate my drag so that way you guys can think I'm worthy enough to be on RuPaul's stage and then have a career of my life. You feel me? Down. Go follow me on Instagram at STitties. That's ESTITTIES. STitties on Instagram to go play tit or quit on my story. Keep up to date with what I'm doing, where I'm at, where I'm performing. I'm performing all over LA this month. I'm staying local this month, being a little local girl. And then I have a lot of cool projects in the works that y'all will be seeing very soon. Don't you worry. And I'm also coming to a Pride near you. If you want me on your Pride stages, tell your Pride organizations and organizers to book STitties if you want to see me at your local Pride this coming summer. I've been losing weight, like I said. It's my goal for Pride to be a big muscle daddy. Like, I want to be that so bad. I've been doing so good, and like I said, I'll keep you up to date. I'll let you know next week if I've been eating good, because that's my goal this week, is to meal prep, eat super nice and sexy, and then be Trade, so that way Trade will love me. I just want to be in love, you guys. I feel like if I just fall in love and have a guy, I'll be so like set. I'll be able to like flourish in my career better. I think all of our skins will be glowing. It's just like, I feel like what the universe wants me to have. So if you're out there, husband, find me. Until next time, I love you guys so much. Have a great, fabulous rest of your week. And I will see you at Kiso Bar if you want to come watch Drag Race with me in downtown LA. Otherwise, I'll see you here on YouTube. Have a great, fantastic day. Mwah!
Or quit the road